Alright, guys. It's time for a story that I haven't shared with many of you that I think I need to share. It's the diabetes story. In 2019, and during this point in my life, I was actually at a very low place. I was going on vacation with some family to hopefully start feeling better about what was going on in life and where I was, and hopefully to re-spark some passion and refuel my life. On the way to my trip to Florida, I didn't know I was diabetic. I'd not been feeling well. Mentally, physically, just really exhausted. During the trip, I just wasn't feeling great. And top it all off, my car had broke down on the way there. Very devastating. I had to sell it really cheap. A lot of problems going through whether I was going to sell it or what I was going to do. And then rental car fees were ridiculous. Airport rental car fees, it's just ridiculous. Come home, just to cut to the chase. Come home after a great vacation, still not feeling well. Had to get a new car, racked up in bills, guys. And then I go to the hospital because I still wasn't feeling well. And I find out that I'm diabetic type 1. I had no prior history in my family or any prior knowledge of where this came from. And it's just, I got really hit really hard. So that's when I started live streaming. I started making YouTube content a little bit. Again, didn't really work out. I went full streamer. I went full Twitch streamer. And I wasn't advocating for diabetes at first. I slowly started to over time. But I think it's a very important thing to realize that life all of a sudden can change just because of a couple events that are out of your control. And for a while, I let things really affect what I was doing. I kept making excuses in life about why I wasn't pursuing this goal, and why me? Why am I the person with diabetes? Why did I deserve this and that? And honestly, things just happen. But I know I'm not the only one. And diabetes medication, I'm not gonna lie, guys, diabetes medication, if you don't know, if you're in America, it's expensive. It can really break your bank. And that's what happened to me. I didn't have the best insurance at the time. And I'd already come back and already had debt from, paying for rental cars. And I got a new car not knowing. And yeah, things were just really hard. It's been really hard. It's still really hard. I'm still coping with it to this day. I just want to be an advocate for anybody with any chronic condition, anybody who's a gamer, or even if you're not a gamer and you're suffering with a chronic condition, an invisible illness. I want to let you know that you're not alone and that I'm here however I can be. My content will always be a safe place for you to talk about it. And I want to do things. I want to do charity streams. I want to do content centered around awareness and positivity and good things that centered around not just diabetes, but other chronic conditions. That is now one of my new goals for this channel and for my Twitch channel. And I don't really know where I'm going with this video now, but I just wanted to share. I wanted to share that you're not alone and that you can overcome the odds. Ironically, if I hadn't become diabetic, I wouldn't have pushed myself to get where I am with all this content that I've been doing now. In a way, it refueled my passion. And it's humbled me a little bit too. I've always considered that I was a good person, but I've never really realized what I had completely and where I was. And I never realized how many people were suffering. Like, I knew people had trouble with medication, and I knew people were struggling financially and all that, but I didn't really really know until I became a diabetic how hard it is in the American economy to have a condition that many people don't understand or even know you have because they don't see it. And there's a lot of misinformation about diabetes medication, and there's a lot of misinformation about diabetic, especially type 1. The main thing being is a lot of people think that diabetes type 1 you only get when you're born. A lot of people think that diabetic type 1 is not something that you just get in the middle of life, but honestly, you can get diabetic type 1 anytime, just like you can type 2. And the main difference between type 1 and type 2 is the fact often type 1s have to take insulin and type 2s don't. And also that type 1 is irreversible. Is unreversible. I'm sorry, you cannot reverse type 1. Whereas type 2 is reversible. So I now have to live with type 1 diabetes for the rest of my life. And it's been an adjustment that I'm still getting used to. And I want you to know that I got your back. Anybody out there suffering with any chronic condition, any invisible illness of any kind, I want to advocate for us. I want these to be conversation pieces. I want other people who are wanting to be a part of content that talks about this to be a welcome guest on my YouTube or on my Twitch channel. This is an open invitation. I want to discuss this. I want there to be more awareness of this. And I want this to be a safe place we can talk about it and grow and let people know and make a difference. I genuinely want to make a difference in the realm of content creation through gaming, especially for people with chronic conditions. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. But this is a deep passion going along with the rest of my content that I'm building for this channel. And there will be some IRL content very soon related to this. Some in real life content. I say IRL, that's a streamer term, but basically vlog content. There will be some vlog content very soon related to my struggle personally as a type 1 diabetic and as a creator, somebody who is trying to build something that I hope will one day be bigger than just me. I have a passion, guys. I love people. I want to help people, and I want to do it through this realm of gaming. There are so many gamers who are impaired, whether physically or mentally, who suffer every day and feel like they're alone and have nobody to help them. I want to let you know that I got your back. I'm here for you, and I want to make a difference. I can't do it completely alone, but I will do what I can. And I'd like one day, hopefully, do much more than I can right now. You are awesome. You're amazing. And this community welcomes you. Welcome to this awesome army. We are fighting depression, anxiety, feelings of loneliness, and feeling like that you're not capable, because you are capable. You can overcome. And you have somebody in your corner. If nobody else is in your corner, I'm in your corner. That's what I want this channel to be about. That's what I want my streaming to be about. That's one of the many things. You are not alone. You got this. I believe in you. I'm here. And let's go out there and make an army of awesome gamers and awesome people who want to make this a reality. Thank you. See you in the next video, guys. Remember to stay awesome.